Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Santos and this is my presentation on our next generation iPhones coming this 2021. So before showing you guys the new features on our next generation iPhone, I first wanted to identify some issues that some people may have experienced with previous iPhones, such as the iPhone battery being shortened in lifespan over time, the problem of iPhones overheating, mainly because of the battery being affected. And lastly, people experiencing water damage to their iPhones, as well as dust and debris such as lint or sand or anything dirt wise that can accumulate and get stuck within those speakers and your microphone over time. So when brainstorming and planning to resolve these issues and implement that into the next generation iPhone, I was curious about the battery. Now, the battery that iPhones use is the lithium ion batteries, and those are beneficial because they're lightweight and they're fast charging. So I thought that it wasn't really the battery that was the issue. I thought it was the charging function. And I wanted to somehow change the charging function to reduce overcharging, which is most commonly happens when you charge your phone overnight, and that will harm your battery. And lastly, I wanted to add some applications to resolve the water damage and prevent water from getting inside the iPhone, as well as somehow reducing the amount of debris that collects within your speakers and microphone. So for charging and the whole battery situation, the next generation iPhone will now be more reliant or primarily reliant on wireless charging. Now, I've done some research of wireless charging and wired charging, and I know the iPhone 8 through iPhone 11, they're equipped with both. But the next generation iPhone will now be equipped with solely on wireless charging. Now, based on my research on wired and wireless charging, I found that wireless charging is less harmful to the battery itself, and it will reduce the risk of having the lifespan of the battery or the functionality. It will not end up draining faster than you think. Some other benefits to wireless charging include a neat sort of look. It's also easier to charge your phone. You don't have to untangle cords. All you gotta do is just place your phone on a charging mat and you're good from there. So that being said, with the wireless wired charging being out of the picture, we are now removing the charge port, which will add more of a sleek design to the next generation iPhone. And like I said before, changing the functions, I wanted to not only look into the iPhone itself, the next generation iPhone, but I also wanted to look into the charger itself. Now, with the next generation iPhone being improved to previous iPhones, the charger is also being improved. That being said, it will be equipped with the function of an auto shut off sort of function, and it will shut off charging your iPhone once it hits 100%. Now, this feature will not only benefit your battery, but it will also reduce overcharging your phone and leading up to harming your battery. And lastly, for new software and applications, I wanted to add something into the iPhone's current control center. Now, the control center is used to adjust your brightness, adjust your volume, turn on and off your Bluetooth and Wi-Fi and your cellular data. And I wanted to add another app where this app will, when turned on, will emit a sound or a frequency or a pitch that will help to draw water out of those speakers and reduce the risk of having little droplets or water within the speaker. It will reduce the risk of having water mess up your iPhone. So that will be added in the next generation iPhone. We are also reducing the depth of the speakers. I know the speaker, in terms of their own depth, it's quite small, but we wanted to reduce that even more to have easier access to clean debris off of those speakers so they don't clunk up in your microphone and speakers over time. And lastly, when testing these new features, in terms of the charger, I wanted to make sure I test the auto shut off feature that we will be adding to the charger, and I want to record the effects of how this may improve the battery and its lifetime as you keep charging it. I also wanted to do more further tests into wireless charging versus wired charging. I wanted to record of how much each method of charging the iPhone affects the battery and which one reduces the risk of having it drain faster. And lastly, for the new application that I want to be adding to our control center, I want to test out different pitches and frequencies that most effectively draw water out and loosen debris within those iPhones. And yeah, thank you for watching my presentation. Make sure to buy our next generation iPhones in 2021. Goodbye.